In our last video, we left Stewart and Sunset Bay Marina, anchored at Lake Worth in Palm Beach, and picked up a mooring ball at Dinner Key Marina in Miami. We're in the neighborhoods of Coconut Grove and came across this, I don't know, what do you call them, herd of peacocks. What do you call a herd of peacocks? This is a rare calm day at Dinner Key. And there's a couple of fronts coming the next few days, so this is the calm before a storm. Well, the first part of the storm has hit us. It's supposed to be this way for about 3 or 4 days, so we're not going anywhere. It's pretty rough. And we have to go that way to go to the marina. That's not the problem. The problem is coming back against the wind and the red waves. Saturday. We're hoping by Thursday we can go in, and maybe Friday leave for Elliott Key. We'll see. What are you going to do for these 3 or 4 days that the wind is blowing 20 to 5 to 30?
Got lots of good reading material.
What are you reading?
This is called Women in Sunlight.
Called what?
Women in Sunlight. And I've always got my ukulele. If it's not too rough, I might get that out with some YouTube tutorials.
We just let loose of the mooring ball here at Dinner Key, and we are underway. We have the main out right now. Soon we'll get the jib out. It's going to be a nice downwind run to Key Largo. What do you think about that, Nancy?
I'm excited.
Get off this damn mooring ball.
Ready to do some sailing.
Full sails up at about 7:30, and we're doing about 7 knots. Wind is coming from our left side, just forward of the mid of the boat, the beam. Great day to sail. Got about 6 hours to go to Key Largo.
Just coming through this passage. It's called Jewfish Creek, and we'll come out and we're at Key Largo. Pretty exciting. It's been a beautiful sail. Had to take the head sail down and turn the motors on just to give us a little better maneuverability through this passage. We just put the anchor down in Key Largo, Florida Keys. Right there is our buddy
buddy boat. I can't see the screen, so I don't know what the hell I'm pointing at. That's our buddy boat Galileo with Pat, Laura, and Kim on board. This other boat right here is a friend of Pat's named Andy on Everlasting Moon. And we're in a nice protected area for this east wind. We got this nice point in front of us. Anchors down and set hard.
What are we doing this morning?
We are going into Key Largo or Largo Sound and then walking to a marine consignment store where Laura and Kim are going to be looking for a wetsuit, a thin wetsuit, and I'm going to be looking for a weight belt. And
Why do you need a weight belt?
Because I can't. If I dive down with a wetsuit, it's like wearing a life preserver.
Alrighty. So here's some of the shoreline here, our beautiful view from last night here at the anchorage. Our friends here on the Manta 2, Galileo, Pat, Kim, and Laura. And our other buddy boat there, Everlasting Moon, with Andy on board.
This is the channel heading into Largo Sound. We were here last year and we paddled this in a kayak. We are in a marine consignment store called Mother Ocean, and they have everything. Nancy found some water shoes. I've got a weight belt and some weights. This is the marina right next door to the Jules Underwater Lodge. Try and get a shot of that. Looks like there's a dive class going on. But this is an area where you can go and spend the night or more in an underwater room. Whoa. What do you think, Nance?
I love it.
Nice little protected area back here. It's another calm morning here in Key Largo. We're going to be pulling up the anchor soon. Buddy boat Galileo. Looks like they're trying to clean the seagrass off their anchor also. We pulled up a bunch. It looked like Cousin It. Oh, and then just like that, they're gone. Hopefully we got to see that. We are entering Doonesbury Creek. On both sides, it's part of the Everglades National Park. We'll get some video as we're into the creek. It's not very long. And we're going to an anchorage called Bottle Key, which is also part of the Everglades National Park.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough, the tiny ship was tossed.
We're entering Groper Creek. It's not very long, just a little cut through the mangroves. Unfortunately, everywhere we go, we see these boat wrecks. That one looks like it's all tied up to the mangroves. Always sunk in the storm. Exiting Groper Creek into Tarpon Basin. We don't have our sails up because it's only blowing 8 knots, and coming through these little creeks it drops even more, so we want to have a little more maneuverability. Although here's a sailboat up here, small one, has sails up. They're not going very fast. The wind's still just blowing about 10 knots, but we did put up the head sail. Give us a little boost.
Still not much wind, but we got the head sail out.
Yeah, we got 8 knots.
8 knots of wind, Captain says.
Not enough to fill the main. This is Bottle Key, part of the Everglades National Park. It's just a mangrove island, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 boats right here in a big open area. Take the dinghy and explore the shoreline. I don't know if we can get off and onto the shore because it is a park. We just pulled up the anchor at Bottle Key. It was a great night, very calm. It's about 8:30 in the morning. Yes, in the morning. Yeah, it's a real nice place. I wouldn't want to stay there any longer because you really can't go ashore.
We're just starting to go through what's called Cowpens Cut. Looks like it's quite a popular fishing spot.
Bait fish is what they're catching.
Oh, bait fish.
We just put the anchor down in Monacombe Bight in lower Monacombe Key. And we're gonna go dive on the anchor, see how it's set, and we'll take you with us. Hold on for the ride of your life. Going in. So what are we doing today?
We are headed ashore to Robbie's,
Which is a restaurant.
and a sort of a tourist stop. And then we're going to go on the outside to Hawk Channel and Indian Key, where we can do some snorkeling, we hope.
And walking on a beach.
And a little walkabout, I hope.
Just landed at Indian Key. Not much of a beach here, more like rocks. But this is a little protected cutout, and we tied up Puddles to a mangrove tree. I think what is Puddles? I think Puddles will be just fine right here. This is Indian Key State Park. It's about a mile offshore, and it's kind of nice. Get off and walk around these trails.
The town of Indian Key thrived during the years of 1821 to 1840, became the Dade County seat in 1836. The territory of Florida was the new frontier, and the Florida Keys offered a gold rush as it was attracted men to wrecking, the salvaging of distressed ships caught on the coral reefs. In 1831, a young sea captain, John Jacob Houseman, purchased the few buildings that existed on the Key and began the establishment of his own wrecking port. His empire was destroyed by an Indian attack in 1840.
Yesterday we left Lower Matacumbe Key and made our way here to Boot Key and Marathon. And on the way down, it was a real bumpy ride with taking waves over our beam here. And in the process, this plate right there, which holds our a short shroud, which supports our mast, parted. So there's the other end of it. As you can see, it goes there, and that wire goes all the way to the about 3/4 of the way up the mast and supports it. Once it parted, we had to give its mast a little support, so we took the spinnaker halyard and attached it to a bolt there down at the tow rail. Lowered the main and also put the main halyard on that side as well. So my task over the next several days, and I think we'll be here for a few weeks, my task is to get this one off, and there's another one on the other side, get it off, and have two fabricated somehow. There are riggers in the area, so I don't think it'll be that big a deal. It's just finding someone who can fabricate it and get it back to us. So I think we're going to be here a little while. And this little section will complete this video. I'll try and record and document the repairs as I go along. I don't think it's going to be easy. I don't think it's going to be a huge deal, but it'll happen.